The official tournament phone of MPL Philippines, Infinix GT20 Pro. Official suppliers, EMC Asia and Index Salon. Experience the MPL-PH Season 14 action live at Green Sun, Makati City. Grab your tickets now via official MPL-PH website. The official tournament phone of MPL. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPL-PH on TikTok for more content. And to ensure the equality and fairness of our games, MPL Philippines is also monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusements Board.
Lakas ng Pinas!
Welcome back to MPL Philippines Season 14. You're smack dab right in the middle of day one of week 4 at your service. My name is Leo here with Jose Ingan. And let's call back to exactly what happened in our opener today before we move on with our next bout.
Can we actually, I think we could actually call back the whole game number 2 because it was the fastest so far. 9 minutes and 51 seconds.
Down to the dot, and it was in the wake of a Baksha pick by TNC. And I caught up with the rest of TNC earlier on, had a few words with Coach Wolf. He definitely thought that today would have gone a little different. But our heart goes out to the Phoenix Army, the whole Phoenix fam. But this does prove that they got something left in the tank. Again, they're bringing out new strats.
Yeah, and still, the first half of the season isn't over. They have their final match, I believe, Saturday or Sunday.
Tomorrow.
But apart from that, we're still in week 4. So 4 more weeks of regular season action. They still have time to bounce back.
That's right. Do note that they did face off against one of the 2 titans of MLBB in Falcons, AP.Bren. Another throwback, that Numinal Blast from Ogwin that stole away a Lord. A Lord, Ingan.
A Lord up against KZen. KZen who had Retribution.
4 members of TNC.
Everyone. Basically everyone.
Just to be clear. And that leaves us with Falcons AP.Bren on top of the charts. They just go past Fnatic Onic, who still has their win streak by a hair, which may change in just a bit after this best of 3 coming up. You still have Aurora, MLBB, Smart Omega, Team Liquid, PH down in the middle of the standings, and RSG/PH. They'll be in action tonight.
Yeah.
They are just at the cusp of the safe zone.
Okay, so Fnatic Onic going up against RSG Philippines. So whatever the case may be for the result of this game, for sure the upcoming matchup of Falcons, AP.Bren, and Fnatic Onic will really dictate who's going to come out on top after 4 weeks of regular season action.
That's happening on Sunday, so you're not going to want to miss it, even if it is a rainy weekend. I take that back, it's a rainy week. I don't remember the last time the sun was high up in Metro Manila.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're staying with us here. And for all of those who went through, with their tickets and the show, thank you so much. Please do note that your safety and your security is still our #1 priority. So if you can watch at home, or if you have plans for the weekend, make sure that it's clear for the get-go. Real quick, we'd like to remind everyone that if you're feeling bored with your usual ranked matches, you can spice things up with the Snapdragon Pro Series Mobile Legends Bang Bang Season 6.
It's time to step up your game and face off against the best. Signups are open for all qualifiers. Just head on to esl.gg/SPSMLBB.
A majority of our franchise teams here in MPL Philippines have competed in the Snapdragon Pro Series, and a good chunk of them have won championships. So who knows, you might be up next. Real quick, let's throw it over to our Infinix Game Tambayan with Rockhart and Renmar Santa Cruz to break down this next best of 3. Fellas, your turn.
That is correct. It is the Infinix Game Tambayan's turn. Thank you so much, Leo and Jose Ingan. I'm Rockhart, and this is Renmar Santa Cruz. We are gonna bring you live and alive on-site information and a breakdown, of course, of teams fighting off against each other in Landon here in MPL-PH Season 14. And I'm very happy to see that we have a bit of a very spicy matchup. RSG Philippines versus Fnatic Onic. RSG, known as the Streak Breakers.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing for many seasons now, and they're finally going to go up against a team with another chance to break another streak. 5-0 are Fnatic Onic Philippines, and for RSG Philippines, they're trying to find their streak.
That's right. The Kingslayers, of course, have proven this as already being called Streak Breakers. we'll have a look at some instances where RSG end up winning, ending win streaks.
Yeah.
And of course, they're going up against Fnatic Onic. If you have not followed, they're undefeated, very, very super of the fam to do that. And we're gonna highlight a few key players, right? Because right now, it does seem like Fnatic Onic Philippines has been capitalizing on their roamer Barusco a lot.
The man who was already confident that, and not even surprised that their team is on the streak that they are on right now. But again, across him is Light, the roamer of RSG Philippines. They are Kingslayers, but also streak breakers. Here are the streaks that RSG have broken, and RSG are looking to repeat history from last season because they're the ones who snapped Onic's 7-match winning streak.
Ooh, wow, what an opportunity that RSG has here, despite their placement right now in the rankings, to actually do an unthinkable and so far undoable task, a Herculean task, if I may.
It is
Herculean.
Herculean.
Defeating Fnatic Onic, who seem to have such a good synergy going on. They got such good vibes, and RSG has been able to do that with the help of Light, who's, by the way, has been present all throughout all of these broken streaks.
Yeah, I feel like he is one of the main streak breakers really for RSG Philippines because he's been consistent. RSG are trying to find that consistency though for this season, but now with a streak in their face, knowing that they are the team that is known for breaking streaks, that might give them a little bit of a mental edge. You know, teams always speak up about that, where they know if they're known for this, if they know they're strong with this, then they're gonna go into a game confident.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you're up against MPL-PH, you know, oh my God, they're gonna backdoor us for sure.
Yeah.
If we don't watch the map,
Exactly.
right? That's exactly what you're talking about, right? The mental attacks that can happen here. It's all like, guys, it's not always about just playing the game here, right? We got teams, we got coaches, we got psychologists, analysts, and all that. But of course, we're talking so much about RSG. Let's hear a little bit from Brusco, who seemed to have a lot of things to say about this matchup right here.
Hindi rin po kami manatalo kasi confident po ako sa team ko na kaya namin manalo kahit sino yung kalaban namin at tiwala rin kami sa isa't isa.
Ano yan?
Just a lot of trust, right? A lot of trust again with each other. And I think Brusco, I'll translate it a little bit further because I think that was cut a little bit in the middle. He's super confident that this was going to happen, that this streak was going to happen for them.
Yeah, let's highlight Brusco's career. In MPL-PH Season 11, he played with Minana Evos. Didn't get a lot of playing time in Season 12. And for those who watched MPL Indonesia, he was part of RRQ Hoshi before, of course, their roster shakeup, which eventually brought Vin back into the roam role. And now, this season, he's been shining. He has been the best Tigreal in the league, undefeated. He is 5-0 with that hero. So definitely that's something you're going to have to watch out for if you're RSG, those AOE setup type of roamers for Brusco.
It does feel like an evolution as well for Brusco, right? So many Lolitas back in Season 11. And again, the healers, the shielders, Matilda, Angela, and now he's the set man. He's the guy to look out for here for Fnatic Onic Philippines. And despite all of that, obviously, his stats are pretty consistent, I would say, across the board.
Yeah, the kill participation stat here for Fnatic Onic Philippines, we touched on that in the previous games panel, wherein they're a team that, despite them being top 1, they are out of the normal percentile in terms of the kill participation, meaning that a lot more of the kills that the teams are getting, they're getting from little skirmishes as 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, not essentially always 5v5s. And I think that's been one of the strengths, really, of Fnatic Onic Philippines. They can play around Brusco's roaming and Super Prince's combination with Brusco, but they also have EXP laners and gold laners who can play and make plays on their own, similar to King Kong in the jungle.
Yeah, the super fam's really loaded, right? I mean, we haven't even touched about Kilra and how insane he's been doing this time around, more on the back end of things, right? I feel like Kilra has been doing a lot more like late game centric. He's been keeping King Kong up in front, like Fnatic Onic has been keeping King Kong up in the front, making sure all the attention's on him.
True.
Then Keller sees a sweep in from the back.
Exactly. Keller has evolved into the sweeper type of gold laner.
So very interestingly enough, I wonder if that's going to happen. And I wonder if RSG has already written that down on Coach Panda's notebook. But for now, let's show your support, guys. MPL fans, who do you think is going to win out on this match? Fnatic, Onic, or RSG? Comment down there, right there. You know what it is. Type it. Type it. Because right now, I would say a lot of people who are watching would say Fnatic, Onic has a very good chance. But you know what? You can never count out RSG. Let's go ahead and throw it over to teams walking it on the stage.
Our marshals, Jeff, Chico, Pat, and Wilbur. Entering the arena first, Superfab looking to keep their streak alive. You know who they are. It's Fnatic, Onic, Philippines. Their opponents, the team that broke their streak last season. They are here to reclaim their title of the Streak Breakers. Let me hear you cheer for RSG Philippines. And their coaches for Fnatic Onic Philippines, Coach, why not? For RSG Philippines, Coach, Panda.
It's time for the face-off. Brusco, Light, step forward. Light, ano ang palag mo kay Brusco?
Mas confident ako, tsaka lang ko sarili ko, mas malakas ako.
Brusco, ano ang palag mo kay Light?
Tingnan lang po natin kung sino mas malapit mag-set attack mamaya.
Palag kung palag, fist bump. Something familiar from last season. Will we see the same fate, or will they fall against the same foe? It's time to find out. Panel.
All right, now we gotta know. Who do you think is correct? Who is the set guy for this matchup? Both of them seem very confident here, but first off, it is Fnatic Onic Philippines. Just a reminder, they are undefeated so far in the season.
We will eventually return to the discussion about the roamers. They will be highlighted with our keys to victory. But Super Prince in Fnatic Onic, he is the player I'm looking out for here. Because Brusco has been shining, because Super Prince has been backing him up. If it's not Brusco getting the info, it's Super Prince and Brusco will follow. They have formed themselves to be one of the most formidable roam mid duos in MPL Philippines Season 14 so far.
And the rest of the team definitely does feel like they are meshing well together. Meshing and jiving and profiling 3Ks to boot. And here we have RSG Philippines, who, again, that confidence was overflowing, not just from Light, but from the rest of the team as well. it does feel like Panda has something up his sleeves this time around.
Brother, we were talking about this earlier. If you know you're good at one thing, you are going to preach it and you are going to convince yourself that you will come out the victor. I feel like it's not just Light saying that he's confident, he's the better roamer, he can set better, and that he's stronger than Brusco. It's just RSG Philippines are going into this with that vibe, with that knowledge that they are streak breakers. When you look at their stats, Fnatic Onic Philippines actually leads a lot of the KDA departments, and the most turret damage per minute in the league is actually heralded by Fnatic Onic Philippines. RSG Philippines are still playing around those objective team fights, things that Fnatic Onic Philippines know how to do so well. If they're not winning that objective team fight, they're going around in other parts of the map to get wins and objectives elsewhere.
There you go. So Infinix keys to victory, like you mentioned, Renmar, coming into these two very talented roamers here. Respect Light, single target, pick off heroes, seems to be the case here.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier, Brusco's AoE crowd control heroes, that Tigreal is undefeated, while Light has been playing more of the Chos, Jawheads, and Kajas this season. Why, for both of these roamers, you gotta be the reason why your enemies need to check the shrubs. Light has been known to come from those what we call weird angles to enter team fights and get pickoffs. Backed up by, before it was Exort, and then it's also gonna be Aqua with burst damage from out of the wazoo. If you're Fnatic Onic Philippines, though, they are also capable of doing that. Brusco has been positioning very well alongside Super Friends.
It just brings me back to like those memes where Tigreal's hiding in the bush. He's so tall and so big, but if he hides in the bush, no one can see him.
Yeah.
it's just ML things, right? It's
like,
MLBB thing.
What's that? What's that tuft of brown hair poking out of the shrubs?
I can't see it.
What is that heavy breathing and armor?
It's invisible to me.
Yeah,
'cause he's
I
in the
don't
bush.
see that. I'm gonna
Right?
just walk in here, you get set.
So make sure to check your bushes, not just for these guys, but for you guys watching at home as well. So let us know who you think is coming out on top here. We're still checking out your polls. We want to know who you think is the bigger setter. Did I say that right? Yeah, who's the better setter?
Yeah.
And right now, obviously, aside from the sets, we do see that a lot of these, a lot of the plays of RSG and Fnatic Onic has been really meshed around really good synergy, chemistry, which is the big topic last week.
Yeah, and it's so funny that when we think of Fnatic Onic Philippines, we think of chemistry. So automatically you're gonna be thinking, oh, they play together.
Yeah.
They play a la Ube style. They fight together. All of that, similar to what Falcons, AP.Bren, Team Liquid Philippines likes to play as. But no, they are separate. They are gonna play as 3 or 2 or 2-2, and then one's just left to farm. Usually that's Keller or King Kong. They split their formations often, that it does get surprising for teams, and which is why they've been overwhelming to deal with.
And these are the things that kind of attribute the plays or the successes of like teams like Fnatic, Falcons, AP.Bren, like Team Liquid. Just cram him in, make him outthink or make them overthink what they do.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess that does contribute to their successes. And I think that's exactly what Fnatic Onic and RSG has been doing since they also won last week.
In terms of the drafting, honestly, one of my favorite qualities about Fnatic Onic Philippines, they know how to trade so well. They're really willing to give up some key things, know when to respect, and I like how they're respecting the Phobius here of Nipor. They did mention, or we did mention, Fnatic Onic Philippines is one of those teams that can make plays as 1, as 2, as 3. They don't even necessarily need to be together as 5. Phobius is one of those great duelists in the game right now with all the dashes that we have.
And I think the biggest thing about Nipor is you don't
Yan,
always
uy.
mention him. I love it. He's
Listen
stepping so
natin.
well into the big shoes.
Yan, good evening po sa lahat. Welcome to Chessy Gaming,
I have
your official streamer,
don't you guys agree?
authorized streamer partner for MPL-PH Season 14. This is week number 4, day number 1, tong bakbakan ng streak breaker versus the streak holder ngayon. Kaya Fnatic Onic Philippines versus RSG Philippines. Rex Vincent, Pakaon Ses Pareño. Sorry, Pareño. Shoutout sa ano, salamat sa pag-like. Rex Vincent.
actually see very tailored bans, while RSG Philippines
Ayan,
is
shoutout
going for the
Rex Vincent and kay Dan J. Pugay. Pa-shoutout. Shoutout sa'yo, Dan J. Pugay.
Just there in the first phase.
Welcome sa ating
And
live
they're also
stream.
going back to one thing that Fnatic Onic Philippines did before. They paired up a Tushin and a Jawhead.
Sushin and ito, Chip ang unang naban dito sa side ng RSG. Moscow, Pubius, and Johead naman sa side ng Fnatic Onic. Ayan, please do like and share ang ating live stream para mas marami tayong makasama. And yung mga gusto magpa-shoutout dyan, drop down your shoutouts. And kung saan kayo nanonood para kung saan maabot tong live stream natin. Based sa performance ng RSG last week, diba, wala na sa kanila si Nats. So far, so good. Di ganun kalaki yung adjustment. The problem is, malaki na yung momentum na meron dito yung yung Fnatic Onic. Maghahabol tong 1 point pa lang tama ba ang meron ng ang RSG? This regular season. Check natin ha. Check natin. Wait lang ha. Standings as of
Nice. They decide to rush the Fanny. They make sure not to give that to
RSG with 2 points pala, sorry. RSG with 2 points. And Fnatic Onic nasa top po ng ating rankings or standing. Yan, shoutout sa mga viewers natin. We're live sa Chelsea Gaming Place, and sa YouTube channel natin, Chelsea Gaming. Yan, please do like and share, and salamat sa pagsuporta dito sa ating live stream ng MPL-PH Season 14.
That's why I thought RG would take it, because Fnatic Onic Philippines loves that Ruby.
Maganda yung ginawa dito ng ng tawag doon
It's the Vexana instead.
ng Fnatic Onic. Sila na nag-pick ng Ruby. Sino mga nakaraan, direct counter sa isang Roger yung Ruby. Sila mismo kumuha ng Ruby. And with Vexana. We have your crowd control pa sa side ng Fnatic Onic. We have Edith and Fanny. In terms of rotation, mobility, dito naman lalamang ang isang Fanny sa mapa.
Okay, we're gonna go into the second phase. We're gonna pick up our gold laner already. And I'm looking at that Ruby pickup. Kurt doesn't have a history with it. He's actually one of the most flexible EXP laners in the league. All of the Ruby games that Fnatic Onic Philippines has had.
Abangan natin dito yung tawag nun. Ayun na, Harit. Ang ganda ng in terms of mobility. Fast-paced, babalak dito doon ng ng RSG with the rotation kasama si Harit.
That seems to be it. So, right now, for the bans though, for RSG, it does feel like they're gonna have to double down on maybe some XP laners.
Laban na dito si Rock.
So they go,
Late na ginagawa ng Rock XP lane.
I'm not gonna completely turn off the idea of that we might actually see a Cho again for Brusco, although that has not received the win, because they already have some good AoE crowd control and setup from the Ruby and whatever their EXP may be. So they can afford to go for a single target pick-off style of roamer, and they will need that hard single target lockdown for that Fanny.
Ito natin
Cho
yung
is the only one
filters
that has
natin.
played so far, but let's see if they might even consider a Minotaur if their EXP laner will be chunky enough, the option that they have. But single target catch might be the best way to go, yeah?
Single target, maybe suppression, right? Maybe. But you know what keeps pumping on my mind here for Fnatic Onic? What if you go old school? For a Fanny, for a Harris, you go for the spin and pan. What do you think about that?
You know what? I am one of those people that really think Akai Roam has a place in this meta.
Kind of underrated, right?
I'm not only saying that because
You play it.
I kind of look like him.
Bro.
Hey, that's a compliment. Pandas are awesome.
They're cool.
So,
Kerala is a 7th player in MPL-PH history to record 1,000 kills. Oh, palo.
This is a very interesting fact though.
7th player, hindi na masamahin na maka-reach ka ng 1,000 kills sa sa MPL.
So a lot of those are probably
Sipin mo kung gaano ilan yung mga dumaan na pro player sa MPL-PH. Yung kasama ka sa top 7 na umabot ng 1,000 kills, not bad. Diba? Pedigree mo na yun.
Roam game is for them to have the Charisma because you need that tanky frontliner. But RSG, instead of banning out the Cho, they decide to ban out
We
the
have
Charisma.
here.
So that's smart. If ever Fnatic Onic Philippines decides to go for the pick-off type, they're gonna be lacking frontline here. They can actually
Kailangan na makunat dito sa side ng ng RSG.
and then they pick up another chunky roamer for life if they want to, or they can still lean towards pick-off because we still don't see their mid and roam combo. They can I wonder, no, low E would be a little bit too overkill.
It is, right? I feel like they're powerful whether you go front or back.
Yeah,
Wala pang
Zap
mid
might be a little bit
and
hard.
XP lane.
Novanting na might be hard because
It's
the
hard.
Kasi pwedeng flex pick kasi yung yung tawag nun, edit, pwede siyang roam, pwede ring
But the
EXP.
safer route does feel like the Zaz.
Let's see, or they might even consider Aurora, but no, they decide to go for the Aurora.
Aurora.
Alright, we're talking about safe. You know what? Aurora's
Crowd control talaga yung hinahabol dito.
Some teams have had some
Kailangan
success with
mapahinto.
Aurora.
Then, papasok yung Fanny.
More misses than hits though, right? I feel like. But here's the 2 picks from Fnatic Onic. How do you answer this?
Okay, there's a lot of flexibility. Aurora is known as the anti-assassin.
We're looking for, same sa
They're gonna Roger Gold Lane, EXP Ruby, which we don't see. Yeah. The Lancelot
XP
might be
kasing
okay.
Roger din, pwedeng gold, pwedeng jungle.
The roamer, I feel like we are not seeing it yet. I still really feel like it's a gold lane
O
Ruby.
yung mga, baka meron kayong dyan, suggesting sa mga pick nila.
It's a link.
We have
Link's open.
Ling.
Oh my goodness, I thought it was banned out.
We have here Ling for King Kong
Swerve this. They get it.
and Kupra.
Okay.
Alright.
Smart
Bale. Tawag dito, Ruby AXP. Ito mga kaibigan. Ayan, shoutout sa mga viewers natin dyan sa YouTube. Yung mga gusto magpa-shoutout sa YouTube,
And the stolen coup.
drop down yung comment below.
I love it. That's actually a pretty smart deal. I mean, I take that deal any day.
We're looking for saan naman, EXP or roam. Depende sa
You can't show. Minotaur's gonna be too squishy. They might go roam Edith here, then XP something else. Arlot's gonna be so tough.
Hellcurt.
Hellcurt roam!
Hellcurt roam for light.
Malowski.
Maganda.
Alright, wait. There's something. Okay,
No,
there you
of
go.
course it's gonna be
Of course
Hellcurt
it's gonna
roam.
roll.
Against a Ruby and a Kufra though, that might be a really tall ask.
Yes, please. First of all, the Hellcurt really can't do the job as good or as easily.
Yeah.
Because of all
Medyo, in terms of
It's like you go in here, silence,
damage,
sure,
kaya
you
pumalag,
but are you gonna
in
get
out lang. Pero once na natapos na yung ultimate ni kawawa na si
I like the way that Panda thinks. Old school counter to a Fanny.
Hirap,
Throw a bouncing ball there,
Tatingin
right?
nyo.
Beautifully
Parang
done.
alang-alang ako sa sa room ng ng RSG with Hellcurt.
Big risk for RSG.
Kasi mayroon din na may may Kupra pa yung kabila
Let's find out as he throw it over to cast.
Kumbaga yung crowd control and panghuli factor dito para kay Fanny. Damay din si Hellcurt dito This is game number 1 from match number 2, RSG Philippines versus Fnatic Onic. Game number 1, let's go!
Over Fnatic Onic Philippines in season 14. And for the first time in a while, the Ruby goes anywhere but Kelra's hands.
Tayo.
Not in Kelra's hands, and of course,
I'm here, King Kong and Irad. Bakbaan ng mga assassin jungler natin.
Not many pro players can actually pull this off, but if you're
In terms of rotation, para sa akin, lamang si si RSG rito.
Again, it was set up in
Pero pa sa crowd control at mga pick-up play mamaya, ang laki ng lamang dito ni ni Fnatic Onic.
pick-off centric, the other more for AoE. Nothing really changed for Bruce here. Still can
Counter
you know,
pick up ang gagawin dito
several,
mamaya ng RSG in
with
terms of
MPL
ano,
type
in terms
combo.
of
But
clashes
for Knights, it's
mamaya.
very specific for him. I mean, yes, he still finds these angles,
Yeah.
but instead of CC,
Ganda ng
damage,
pasok
oh, no!
dito.
Oh,
First
Kirk
blood
uses
ba?
Flicker
Pero
just
kulang
to
pa yung
evade that, but
damage.
Look at Irad
Kirk
already
almost down.
showing
Ang ganda
his
ng pasok
dominance
ni Irad
with his
dun.
Fanny. That was close.
He's looking to eradicate
Kinabahan
from
si
Fnatic on
Kirk.
Philippines, and not much of a blowback from bottom lane. King Kong did steal a little camp.
Yeah, he
Oh.
was able to.
Look at this cut by Nibor.
Right now,
Pero ni Bor, nag-cut na rito sa top lane. Habang nasa base, pabalik pa lang si Nibor.
Again, I like the Kufra pick, but look at the community prediction.
Pero community prediction, 24% for RC, 76 strong percent for Fnatic Onic.
One more time on Kirk, but this time underneath the XP lane tier 1 at about 15% damage reduction, so Kirk's gonna be fine.
It's actually good for
Boom.
RSG because there were 2 attempts.
Ganda nun, Aurora.
Unsuccessful so far for Fnatic Onic. And going back to my point, the Kufra actually answers 2 problems for Fnatic Onic. The Harith and the Falcons.
Simula na sa turtle.
Oh yeah.
Nibor, maganda yung position from the back.
Looking to steal away, not gonna happen.
Pero King Kong secures the first turtle. Back out na kaagad dito yung call ng Fnatic Onic.
Yeah, actually,
This is a Hellcat that jumps in, you know?
Sa bottom lane natin ha. 2v1. Ayun, pinakita na. It's Irad with Kosei
Yeah, plus,
and
you don't get
Kelra.
automatic silence when you jump in with the Kufra. Because before, the problem with Kufra is if
His
you hit that,
combo style.
Aabang natin dito mamaya yung ano eh. Pick of play. Wow, alanganin si Irad almost.
Almost! Still, the fast hands were able to save him.
This live flashback before
Iba ang mechanics
almost.
ni Irad. Kung ako gumamit on, patay na kagad.
Oh my King Kong.
Okay, now depriving Irad of his jungle creeps.
Muntik nang mahuli dun si Irad. Oh. Ganda ng pagkakapasok eh.
Look at the turtle at the same time. No casualties so far. Again, to execute this Hellcrit lineup, you really need a good start coming in from RSG.
That's right.
If it doesn't snowball,
Parang may
especially
bag yata
he
dun,
has the lethal ignition plus the execute, he's gonna have a hard time picking off anyone.
Yan, Yael
Surely what this does lead to is,
Singalawa ba? Yael Singalawa, salamat sa pag-follow.
and if I'm not mistaken, that was
Yan, na-reset na lang. Kasi kanina mayroong ano eh, may kills na sa taas eh. Ayun, 0 na ulit.
Really focusing on the XP lane rotation here, not giving Kirk good time.
Yan, shoutout kay Yael.
Kirk doesn't have
Pero
enough
dito, Kelra,
those I'm offended
in
plays.
terms mamaya sa damage,
luckily he doesn't
kaya
have
niyang
to
i-burst
just
dito si
yet.
ano,
Fnatic Onic PH,
si
very
Kosei.
scale dependent. Like you still need to get items on Kelra, you need to get items on King Kong specifically, and you know what? Even maybe Super Friends. You know,
Medyo ano tayo, slow start.
Ling is the only real scaling
Under ano tayo, 4-minute gameplay. Pag-respond na yung next turtle.
So double check on what you might be picking up. I like the
Mamaya magiging bottom lane nito, bakbaka ng purple buff eh, ng blue buff.
literally just him and the
During
Havoc.
mid to late game,
He wins the early
aagawan at aagawa dito ng ano eh, ng buff ng ano eh, ng Fnatic Onic yung RSG.
Now the second turtle is here. A while ago,
Wala, pag gano'n nangyari mamaya, checkmate na mamaya dito si ano si Irad.
Never here, but they don't know where Irad is hiding.
I think it's just a matter of time before RSG strikes. They're also waiting on their power spike.
Nibor, ganda ng pick up dito.
Oh, Earthshadow.
Alanganin si Kirk. Papasukin ito ni Irad from the back. Light na nakuha si Kirk, pero hindi pa tapos dito ang RSG. Pero reset muna tayo sa turtle. Turtle dance para sa mga PH teams.
That was the upper. Oh, no deadly stingers here for Light. No Dark Knight falls. How is RSG gonna answer right back?
Kaya bang steal to ni Irad?
It's gonna be a retribution battle, but
King Kong secures the turtle.
And as early as 5 minutes, second turtle, we already see how RSG's line up their draft, despite how spicy, how exotic, and how strong it is at specifically what it wants to do. It is just that. It's very specific.
Yeah.
You cannot start fights, at least the
Mukhang ano nakuha
fight the old-fashioned way because look,
ng Fnatic Onic yung early team advantage against RSG.
think twice.
Nakakuha nila yung dalawang turtle, and in terms of rotation,
Easy for Fnatic
lumalamang dito si Fnatic Onic.
Boom!
Boom! Ang ganda ng pasok doon! Irad is down! Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina. Dito magsisimula yung kalbaryo ng RSG-PH. Aagawan at aagawan talaga ng purple buff dito si Irad. Sinempohan ni Brusco. Tamang hula ba yun? Instinct? Ultra instinct ni Brusco doon. With the Cupra. Na-checkmate doon si Irad. Naagaw pa yung purple buff.
Right on target and at the crucial moment because they were contesting for the purple buff. And you know this, Fanny. He needs that purple buff, especially in the early game.
Haven't seen as good of a Cooper set in a while from the
Ayun, shout out sa mga viewers natin. Welcome to Chelsea Gaming. This is match number 2, game number 1. Fnatic Onic Philippines versus RSG Philippines.
If you played with me yesterday, you would have seen me with the Cooper.
Oh yeah?
As Ira picks a Malefic Roar here.
Bottom lane natin ha. Mukhang kawawa dito si Jose pag nagkataon.
Again, it's hard because
Brusco gumagawa dito ng conceal play.
that's not Brusco charging once
Okay.
again. Make sure he's carrying close
Binugaw lang nila.
tier 1 turret. So far so good. 2.2k gold for Fnatic Onic.
That's clean. You were saying, and the whole pick-off situation for RSG, right?
Yeah.
I don't think the pick-off's gonna happen because Fnatic Onic are making themselves scarce. Look,
Yeah.
if you
Kirk
wanna pick one off,
with
it's one of the chunky
Nibor
Plus,
sa ating turtle. This is the last turtle for this game. The third turtle.
Fnatic Onic takes control of this turtle. A while ago, they were able to secure 2. Now RSG has to walk away.
Walang contest. Pero sinecure, mas mahalaga rito makuha o mas secure yung dito purple buff para makaikot dito ng maayos si Irad. Pero in terms of map control, hawak ngayon ng Fnatic Onic yung buong mapa. Boom! Ganda na pasok kay Nibor. Nadali siya di kay doon pero hindi pa tapos. Super Prince. Nakuha na rin yung Torres sa gitna. Dahan-dahan kumukuha dito ng objective sa Fnatic Onic with RSG doing nothing. Hindi makakibo dito, di makapalag. Ang players ng RSG-PH.
Looking at Fnatic Onyx lineup, you would expect that they would be the ones who are the ones, hiding in bushes, waiting. But no, they're super proactive. They're calling shots, they're making plays, and it's RSG who's relegated to playing guerrilla tactics. Like, they're the ones hiding when, in truth, they're the ones who should be picking fights.
Yeah, and I'm actually
Bugbog dito ang RSG
normally just split pushing because they're on the receiving end most of the time.
Nagiging reactive gameplay dito yung
Able to execute
RSG. Sila yung naghahanap.
Suppressive, this lineup, because again, they have combat mobility,
King Kong, bait.
mobility, rotational speed, and look, they're pushing.
Pero wala Kelra with the damage. 3 nang mababasag dito.
Yeah, plus the
Yung bottom tower.
Super Prince. Aside from the fact that he has a flicker, that deathly grasp
Na-underutilize dito ngayon yung yung Hellcurt
Ira tries to go
with
for
light.
Skull. Once the deathly grasp is casted,
Ito na yung simula ng kalbaryo ng RSG.
jump in and bouncing ball and not let Ira
Inaagaw yung resources na meron sila.
Because again, RSG, they picked up more proactive heroes, ideally on paper. They want to be able to move around, call the shots, start things up. But Fnatic Onic Philippines, they were able to draft not just reliable CC, they were able to draft rotational
The
speed
first
and
Lord,
steal.
Brusco once again. Ang ganda ng pagkakaano doon. Pick up. Pero Nibor di nakawala. Napabaksak pero alanganin ang buhay dito. Kasi hinahabol dito ni Kelra. Kelra with double kill. Tatlo ang bumaksak sa side ng RSG at libreng Lord to para sa side. O gagawa ba ng miracle play? Si Irad mukhang hindi na. Nakita siya ni Kelra doon. Grabe. The resources in objectives. May na-maximize lahat ng Fnatic Onic.
Check it out. It started off of Brusco, and I don't know if we can zoom in, but you guys can do it yourselves. You see how well Brusco,
Si King Kong mula sa likod, hinahabol si si Light.
not just Kelra, but even Super Friends and Kirk was pretty low.
He made sure that Irad wasn't able to do freestyle
Yes.
cables because of the bouncing.
Boom!
Oh,
Irad versus King Kong, mahuhuli ba? Wow!
For the dash!
oh, King King. Oh, okay.
Nice one! Oy, alanganin! Yun lang, tauna ang TP.
Unceremoniously, they were in the middle of a recall battle.
Man, Kirk crashed the party, honestly.
You know what? Just chalk it up to it being a 5v5 game, man.
Honestly, I was expecting King Kong to go down from his throne.
You think?
Yeah, I knew it. I know.
This jungle, man.
This is the jungle, and King Kong is the king of the jungle.
And in this moment, 8,000 gold down. RSG, 11.
Nadali si Irad doon.
Bottom, holy shield top.
Yung pag-recall.
Catches for one.
Ganda na pagkakabaksak doon. Kala ko revenge tour si Irad eh. Hindi nakabawi.
Oh, yeah. And Kirk should have been there. I see you trying to do that.
We have here. Kumakatok na sa base. Fnatic Onic. Slow push muna. Hihintayin niya next Lord. We're under. Minute na lang ba? 60? 1 minute for the next Lord. Pero in terms of map control, hawak ng Fnatic Onic ang lahat ng linya rito. Si Kirk nasa loob na. Conceal play. Pero priority muna makuha yung natin doon objectives. Kinuha na yung bottom lane tower. Magandang yun in terms of minion waves. Nasa longer lane po kasi nasa kabilang linya yung Lord. Pwede kang gumawa ng backdoor gameplay. Isa to sa mga options na iniisip ng Fnatic Onic. Pero Kelra, unti-unti rin binabasag. Mid lane tower na lang dito ang meron ang Fnatic Onic. Mahihirapan dito makilos.
I'm not even sure when was the last time Irad got his purple buff.
Is anything.
His anything, yeah. 3 turtles.
Wala. Walang purple buff dito si Irad.
Looks like the potential last lord will go in the hands of the Sonics.
Mukhang wala na dito gagawin tawag doon, contest. Yung RSG, another pre-lord para sa side ng Fnatic Onic.
Sure you have the Aurora. Sure you have...
If Nibor uses the primal draft, that's a huge resource waste just to clear out the minions.
That's right, and even Kuse,
Yeah.
he's like a mid-range mage. He has to commit. He has to really put himself there for it to make a
We have here 10k gold lead
Strategy right now for the Raiders is to
para
keep
sa
them
Fnatic
before the
Onic.
spawns.
and to split.
Yeah, the split,
Hirap
pick off,
dito
light,
ang Raiders.
really wants.
Binabalagbag sila ng Sonics.
He can actually burst down Super Prince or King Kong if
Sure.
King Kong doesn't use the type of splits. Yeah. But
Well,
again, that's King Kong.
Here's what's difficult, right? You know how bad it is for RSG right now?
How?
They have a Hellcurt. They have a Fanny. They can't even split.
Because of the threat of every member from Fnatic.
Right? And the
Nandito na underutilized. Grabe si King Kong. Sumilip lang. Binalagbag ni King Kong. Ganon katindi ngayon ng Fnatic Onic. The end is near. Fnatic Onic takes game number 1. The streak continues. The question is isusip ba to ng Fnatic Onic or we're going to game number 3?
impressive work. I don't think you were ready for that. None of us were.
Yeah, sa lahat mga viewers natin, still undefeated dito ang Fnatic Onic.
Infinite data by an analyst. I'm more to say about this rock on Redmar.
And this is Chelsea Gaming. See you later during the drafting phase.
Right? That's right there. I mean, one word, right? Just one word. It was. Sorry. Obviously, maybe it could have worked in some multiverse.
I mean, I don't deny that.
Yes, right? It might.
But it's so difficult to make that work with everything that was thrown at you. I don't know if it sort of felt like Fnatic Onic or RSG Philippines went into that already knowing that, okay, we're going to pick the Hellcurt. Sees the last 2 picks and still goes,
Yeah,
let's just go for the Hellcurt. It's tough, man.
It's mind-boggling, to be honest. It's like you know how the fans do it. But I guess you really discredit how well Fnatic Onic is gonna be actually play that out. And you know what? Both roamers came into the match like, okay, who's gonna be the better set guy?
Yeah.
And Light says, pass.
You ended up giving him an assassin. It's hard to make that work in the Philippines. I know it works in other regions and other countries, but this is MPL-PH that we're talking about. And because the roamer of RSG Philippines, I will give them this. If it went well, it could have been disrupted to the farming pattern of King Kong. But we saw RSG's playstyle, again, is still around the objectives. The actual front line of this lineup in objectives is Nibor's Edith. But if you take the action away from where the Edith is and say send it to when Fnatic Onic Philippines is invading the purple buff of RSG Philippines, you have no frontline protect. The Aurora can only do so much to buy time and crowd control, but up against an invading Kufra, an invading Vexana, the Hellcurt will really have a tough time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we were talking about how kind of fragile the lineup of RSG Philippines was before the draft started, or while the draft was happening. And it did seem apparent right there that they really needed someone to really bridge that early and mid.
Yeah.
And when we saw the Hellcurt, we said, you know what? Right after we went off cam, we said, yo, their early game is gonna be tough.
Yeah. For us, if we see something like this in, let's say, our ranked games,
Right.
we'd be scared of the Hellcurt and the Fanny.
Correct.
Understandable, because those are two heroes that can snowball if they get those early kills and those early takedowns.
Big if.
But this is the pro scene, where you have really strong roamers and mid laners who know how to rotate in certain areas at the right times to block the advanced positioning of Hellcurts, to give a lot of difficulty to the Fanny as well, so that he's just stuck farming, which he was.
You know, in the early phases, it could have actually really worked out. But at the very end, I think Fnatic Onic was also very smart to pick up the Kufra, which will disrupt assassins, a lot of assassins, in the middle of their engagement, in the middle of the
right.
combos.
Yeah.
Fanny is going to have a hard time.
Yep.
Hellcurt as well, jumping in, then can't really jump out anymore.
Yeah, we also have to return to the items, because Fnatic Onic Philippines, they itemize so well. It was a rush on the anti-Cuirass by Brusco, so immediately you're giving the physical damage reduction to the Hellcurt and the Fanny, who base their main damage from the skills, and that's how anti-Cuirass works. You also have the Vexana, who rushed the Bloodwings, so it's not going to be as easy to take down Super Friends because he has that little bit of shield to give him survivability. Kirk even built pants. He went for the steel leg plates before into the War Axe. That's just really great itemization as well from Fnatic Onic Philippines. And I guess we can't completely put it on the fact that RSG picked Hellcurt,
Yeah.
but more also on the fact that Fnatic Onic Philippines responded to it so well.
Yeah, that draft response was good, but the in-game response was even better, like way better than I expected it to be. I expected maybe a bit of a push, maybe a bit of early game advantage for RSG, but then again, we were talking about what if, right? A big what if they didn't get any kills. Because the domination of the snowball of the Hellcurt and the Fanny is very conditional on whether or not you can get those early kills. Get that gold, get those items, and then take the game from there.
Speaking of confidence, like Kelro was so confident that RSG Philippines, the Fanny and the Hellcurt won't be able to get that snowball because his first item was he just rushed the Sky Piercer.
Sky Piercer.
He already knew. It's just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and build this because it's fine. I'm gonna be okay, and he was.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. I think the confidence of the Super Fam is something that you can't really understate here.
Yeah.
Even coming into a matchup that looked very odd. Normally, initially, you'd be kind of rattled maybe if you're Fnatic Onic.
Yes.
Because you're faced with a bit of an unknown. I don't know if it's not unknown. Maybe it's unexpected turn. But you know what? They played around it very well. And I think they also kind of just compounded the rotation. The way that they went around the map about this.
Yeah. Again, it's when you're up against a Fanny and a Hellcurt, the key areas where you want to get in are that pixel shrub in front of the objectives, and the shrubs closest to the easily invadable objectives on your side, which is the Scale Lizard on the top side and the Crammer and or the Golem on your orange side. So if you can just visualize that, I wish we had like a map I can point
Or you
these
can
things
draw.
out to.
You can probably draw.
I
it
have
on-
no drawing abilities, man. But hopefully you
Yeah,
understand
but
what I
I'll
mean.
look for it here.
Yeah, and when you block those specific areas, it's
Yeah.
gonna be so hard for Hellcurt to position, a Fnatic to find an opening, and they did try. RG Philippines did try, but I think now, again, as our discussion is going on, I'm a little bit more lax now on the fact that it was a Hellcurt, and more just really want to appreciate how a Fnatic Onic Philippines responded to it with their items and their rotations.
Then again, guys, we're not like it could have worked. Honestly, against maybe any
Give it
other
that.
team, it might have had a chance to work. But when we saw it against Fnatic Onic Philippines, who had really good macro, who had good understanding of the matchup, and a huge swerve pick with that Kufra, I knew that was going to be a hard game. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys agree. I don't know if you guys agree with the Hellcurt pick. Do you think it could have worked? Do you think there's another better option? Let us know, because we want to ask you, right? We want to ask you, because
Comment.
honestly, I'm curious. I want to ask Panda later
Yeah.
what that was about.
Coach, what was that Hellcurt?
Yeah. But, you know what, we want to ask you about what team should be what matchup should be a week 5 star match. Oh, we have TL-PH versus Fnatic Onic, again, undefeated versus the Titan.
Yeah.
FCAP versus Aurora, very hype, very
Yeah.
big fan bases. Black versus Omega, obviously Blacklist still looking for their first win of the season. Or Aurora versus Omega. I guess these are the two unexpected teams of the season so far.
For sure.
What's your star matchup there?
Comment that.
Comment it right there. Honestly, for me, FCAP versus Aurora is huge, but I want to see, because, right, these two teams, right, Aurora versus Omega, I feel like no one expected both of them to be here on the upper half, right?
For sure.
This is very interesting for me. But again, we want to know what you guys think, and then we'll probably take it from there.
Yeah. I think it might, people as early as now might be thinking about Team Liquid Philippines versus
TL-PH.
Fnatic Onic Philippines. But again, we also have to wait for is Fnatic Onic Philippines streak is going to be alive at that time. Because they are going to be going up against Falcons AP.Bren later in the week.
Oh, that's a tough one. You're
Yeah.
right. Oh my goodness. So the streak is not safe quite yet.
Not just
right?
yet.
I mean, this is their first big challenge. It does feel like they're doing well against this specific challenge,
Yeah.
you know, the streak breakers. But other than that, you're going to have to face off against the world champions. I don't envy you. But for you guys, if you want to win 90,000 diamonds, just go to the MPL Arena, right? You post about your live experience on Facebook and TikTok with the hashtag MPL-S14 live experience, and then you get a chance to win 90K. All you have to do is use that hashtag, post about it if you did go. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you want to add a picture there to prove that you did go. And make sure that you tag MPL Philippines. You know the official MPL Philippines page, right? I don't know, maybe some of you might be watching there right now.
Yeah.
And then that's all. We're just looking to give away diamonds here. Apparently Moonton's having a great week or great month. They just want to give away some diamonds. But for now, we got another diamond gifting thing going on here.
Oh, yeah?
It is the smart gameplay pose. Is that
That's Chakno you just did
Yeah.
just now.
or the? Is there someone who does that?
I think not anymore.
Not-
We
not
had
anymore.
someone.
We had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Yaoi, of course, was that. He was doing the Cho pose.
I missed that. I missed those. I miss Yaoi overall. But either way,
We
all you
all
have
do.
to do is just
all
copy
do.
the pose right there. Oh, it's fairly easy. It's a Brusca pose.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. There.
Oh my goodness, all right,
That's
I
good.
think this guy
That's
won.
good. Come on. Come on.
This
Yeah.
guy won. Oh my.
That's it.
Tone it down a little bit. There you go. Oh wait, where's
Careful with the hand placements, brother. That's all I'm going to say.
I think he.
Careful with the
Oh,
hand
going
placements.
back. All right.
A little
Don't
bit lower.
Push the guy. Don't push the other guy.
Okay.
All right, we got contenders.
He's a little bit closer to Brusco because I go too close. Too close.
Yeah,
Back
he
up.
wins.
Back up.
I think he wins.
Hands.
He wins, yeah.
Hands.
There you go.
Brother, your hands. Oh.
Careful. He has glasses.
Yeah. All right.
He has
cool.
glasses. Come on.
You're gonna be immortalized now. Congratulations on your code.
Oh my goodness.
Not like that.
Wait, that's too. Yo.
Yeah.
That's.
The man is pumped.
The man is pumped. The man is happy to be here. You can tell. Oh my goodness. And again, these are fans who braved storms to be here, by the way. Literal rains and storms. So big
Yeah.
congratulations to you.
Yeah.
That was a really fun experience.
I'm grateful for all our fans
Yes.
for being here today.
Thank you so much for being here today. And I hope you guys can also, if you didn't make it today, maybe one of these days, one of these
Yeah.
weeks, you can come over here. And then we'll have some fun here on the MPL Arena here in the Philippines.
Join us.
Yes, please join us. But for now, RSG, going back to their color,
my
it's blue
notes?
side. And yeah, for this one, I don't doubt that there's going to be a possible high loss here. Maybe for RSG or maybe a Zask. But Aqua has been doing a lot. He actually one of the most flexible mid laners here in the league, probably. So I wouldn't be surprised by that as well.
Yeah,
Like a later pick.
Yeah, I mean, he has 6 unique picks. The Zask is his most picked and most successful right now.
Yep.
He's 2 out of 3. Or excuse me, that's wins. So 3 out of 4. He's 3 out of 4 with the Zask.
Yeah, very powerful pick overall for any team.
Yeah.
Not to mention it's Aqua.
It's funny because in game number 1, Roger was snubbed. Now in game number 2, we saw Roger, obviously in game number 1, but now Zask. Zask has also just been generally snubbed today. People have fallen back to the Vexanas, the Valentinas, even the Lilias are starting to get picked a little bit more than her.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Honestly, I feel like the mid lane needs a bit more, what do you call that?
Attention?
Attention, yeah, I guess. I feel like I missed the Kaguras of Aqua, stuff like that. That could happen.
Not gonna lie, I agree with you, man. I
Right.
do miss that Aqua Kagura.
Oh, man.
And now we're back. It's game number 2.
But so far, they're gonna have to do a lot to bring this series back.
Drafting phase. Dinigay pa, sorry.
If the Jushin will be left open, are
Nasa blue side naman ngayon ng RSG. Red side ang Fnatic Onic.
That's actually very,
Ruby, Hylos, and Ling.
I don't mind it.
Joehead and Chip naman ang naban dito ng
Again, I
Fnatic
feel like,
Onic.
this guy really does feel like there's a lot of
Ayan, nakapag-dinner na ba ang lahat? Anong dinner nyo?
good potential.
Comment down below. Pahingi.
Jushin's open.
Sushin,
She's not always auto pick, but there's a lot open.
possibility. We're talking about the mid earlier, right?
Yeah,
You could be it.
hard to pick Zask into Jushin. But Roger's still open. They can go Roger now and then pick their jungler later to surprise. Lots of approaches.
So many approaches.
What if, no. What if they rush Fanny or something? That'd be funny. Oh!
I called it. Yeah, I called it.
Okay.
Still
that means
Fanny?
The Hayabusa, the Julie. Oh wait, the Hayabusa, Julie, and Nolan are also open
Okay.
for King Kong.
That's funny because
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. What? King Kong has not played Julian yet. He's more Roger, Haya, Nolan.
Oy, salamat sa pag-share.
Cal's been playing a lot of Julian jungle.
Yeah.
So right now, obviously, I think Coach Panda very aware of the possibility of King Kong picking up that hero. And so, you know what, Irad? You play Fanny so that
Ayan, salamat kay Lee.
King Kong can play.
Lee Rafael, salamat sa pag-share, pre. Shoutout sa mga nakasama natin dati sa Jollibee MCon. Thank you for sharing. Salamat.
Because I think RSG would want to go something along. There we go. Grok Terizla would be okay here.
Thank you very much.
Roamer alongside the Terizla. Just for sure, I'd want to even get an EXP laner that can hold the front. Since Light is more pickup, right?
What if Light goes with Sushin here?
Oh, it's not. Okay, yeah. Jushin already.
Yushin with Harit, almost the same pa rin. Ang hinahabol dito with Yushin yung crowd control.
Very bold of Panda here, right?
But the problem is,
How to hunt down a Fanny? How to hunt down...
para sa akin, same scenario kasi. Kung di mo masisecure yung purple buff nyo with your Fanny, checkmate na agad.
The gold lane might be a more lockdown gold laner, basic attacks.
I don't
Maybe.
mind it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't necessarily need to go something along the lines of a Nolan. They can, if they really just want to get that burst right away and then have Keller do cleanup with the Roger, if that's the combo they're going for. But against the Harith and the Jushin, maybe not needed.
Haya.
Yeah, so they go high instead.
Not bad. Again, most damage dealers of jungle and gold lanes are locked in right now, so it's gonna be a tank battle. which ones are gonna get banned out? I guess I'm thinking about the performance earlier. If I was RSG, I would either pick up or ban out the Kufra in these scenarios. Because again, the Fanny just can't work well with the Kufra in the playing field.
Now it's Hayabusa.
Fanny, take out the Grok. Excuse me, the Kufra. Take out the Kufra, take out the Grok.
Wala. Para sa akin, may hirapan pa rin si ano eh.
About these two roamers,
RSG
I'm actually
rito eh.
seeing the roamer picks. Yeah, this is funny. Tigreal probably gonna get banned out as well. Cho is a great ban out, to be honest.
Irad.
Tigreal, Kufra are the major pain points here.
Diba sabi lang natin kanina, in terms of mobility,
There's Therese, Dukra, there
yung magcha-champion yan, daming magaling na team. Pero sa akin kasi, nasa ano pa rin eh.
You really did have to do that.
Yung ano pa rin, dalawa.
Now, do you think of more
AP.Bren at saka ano, TL-PH, Team Liquid.
right? Either one of them can actually go for extra.
Pero gusto ko pumasok yung RSG. Pagka RSG kasi nasa international scene talaga, di ba? Based naman sa mga previous ano nila, talagang binabalagbag yung ibang ano, binabalagbag yung ibang region. Pero hopefully makabawi yung tawag ng RSG. Pero in terms kasi sa point system ngayon ng ano, point system ng MPL-PH, papunta tayo sa week number 5, mahirap na humabol yung points. Kumbaga yung dalawang bottom 2, dalawang bottom 2, yung bottom 2 natin which is TNC at saka Blacklist, mahihirapan makahabol. Kailangan pagpasok next week o this week pag may laban, mag-aano sila, habol ng puntos. In terms of ano naman, Aurora and Onic, malaki yung chance.
I would say meta, right?
Malaki yung chance ng ano dito, ng Onic. Pero, di ba yung top 6 natin sa playoffs, magkakaalaman talaga kung sino yung mag-ano eh, sino yung umaangat. Kasi minsan pagdating ng playoffs, di ba? Nagbabago yung laro ng ano eh, ng mga teams eh. Hopefully, makapasok. Tingin ko Onic din, malaki yung chance ha. Aurora, para sa akin, hindi pa masyadong ano, tawag nun, smooth yung mga ano nila, laro nila in terms of ano. Kasi kahit veteran siya mga player doon, kumbaga ano eh, bagong compose pa rin sila eh. Kumbaga ano pa yun eh, kumbaga nagpapakiramdaman. Same nung ano, diba? Nung last season to ng mga ano, diba? Onic last season. Sinabihan na super team, pero outperform during playoffs. Pero ngayong ano naman, ngayong season 14, bumabawi. Kumbaga nakuha nila yung chemistry na hinahanap nila. Kaya in terms of Aurora, tingin ko hindi pa time. For me. Unless kung mawa-workout kagad nila yung ano, yung chemistry nila. At sabihin mo magkasama ng tatlo doon, si Edward, si Yue, si ano ba to? Di pa masyadong ano eh. Yung composure nila during gameplay with Rene J.
Oh, what? Okay, you know what? Let's give.
Still pa rin.
This is strike 2, man. Strike 2 right now. Let's see if it's gonna work.
Paninindigan talaga to ng ano, ng RSG.
Yeah. This is Lilia, Aurora.
Aurora's great. Yeah.
Lilia.
Aurora.
Hell, at this point, I won't mind if Fnatic Onic.
Mahihirapan dito ng ano, RSG pa rin.
Anything can work.
Anything that has an ability in the
Louis.
to reset a burst.
Possible
Either
kunin dito ng ano,
because you
ng
get to save yourself with the
ano,
best
na
or you can reset with
Onic.
Lilia's skill.
Fnatic Onic.
Huh? What's their mid?
Matilda?
I think Matilda's their mid.
Oh!
Yeah, Matilda's their mid.
Okay.
Matilda.
Crowd control.
Not mid. You know what, honestly?
Matilda mid.
It seems like why not coaching style is, you know what? We kind of need
With
we have so
Kirk
much damage. Let's
as an edit
get everyone out of harm's
sa
way.
XP lane.
And well. And shield as well.
True.
Let's see
Also wants to credit
kung kaya ng ano, tawag doon, ilaban ng RSG tong ano, composition nila. In terms kasi kanina, during game number 1, na-checkmate kagad sila eh. During mid-game, inagawa na kagad ng, ano, ng purple buff. Let's see kung paano didepensahan to ng ano, na RSG. Kumbaga, mas sa pani, mas mahalaga yung resources sa ano eh. Lalo sa early game. Tingnan natin kung makakabawi dito. Are we going to game number 3? O, tatapusin na ngayon ng Fnatic Onic. This is Fnatic Onic versus RSG-PH. Game number 2. The Redemption.
But will they be able to execute? Okay, for the first game though, Light was actually the first one who got the kill for the Raiders. It was up against...
Yeah, shout out kay Ate Michelle. Welcome sa ating live stream.
What happened?
Nothing. There was no follow through. Here though, it looked like Fnatic Onic are
Let's see.
ready to play hardball, if you know what I mean.
In terms of crowd control, Aqua with the ano,
They put
Yushin.
who by the way gets picked up maybe
Tamang poke lang dito si Super
Yeah,
Prince.
Season 14 now, if ever, and puts it right in mid. What's going on?
Honestly, Mathilda hurts if you add the right emblems and at the same time have magic items. So,
Very specific.
but at the same time, I think
If I'm not
King Kong with
Whoa!
light. Outsu.
That has nothing to do with any of the heroes we're talking about.
Under 2
Okay.
minutes, you have first
King Kong's
blood.
job was just to actually
Kabaliktaran
get
ng
double
laban
frames, but he got a bigger
kanina.
fish, which was Light.
Ay, thank you sa pag-share, Ate Michelle.
How did no one see that coming?
You know, Light said, I was the one who's supposed to make sure you don't see me coming. I'm a Hellcurt.
Bugbog dito
Because of what happened,
si Light.
Light is just clearing bushes and walking out.
Siguro ano, during mga screenplay ng ano, ng RSG,
Surface just picked up a
yung
warrior.
composition to is talagang pumapalag.
You want up against a Hellcurt because of
Dito lang
the
siguro sa ano, sa mismong ano, laban.
also save
Pero
your teammates with a guiding wing.
let's give them ano,
Flare,
Yeah.
you get him out
the
of the
chance para ipakita yung lineup na to.
penalty zones. I get it. You help, you know, widen the gap between the Fanny,
Yeah.
who has calculated, you know,
Plus, honestly,
closer.
with Kelra and King Kong's physical damage, you're not gonna need that much magic damage, especially if Kirk uses the Primal Wrath, because Primal Wrath's damage is magic.
Sure,
So
here
you
we
won't
go.
lack damage.
Wait, did it happen? No.
Okay,
Yeah, shout out sa mga viewers natin sa Chelsea Gaming and Chelsea Gaming Plays. Nagsimula dito ang bakbakan. Super Prince, tababaksak si Irad. Brusco, alanganin, bumawi si Light. 1-to-1 trade. In terms of objectives, ano pa naman sila?
It started off with
In good, ano pa rin?
Mano,
In good
Mano,
terms.
and now Nibor, right?
Pero Nibor 2v1, na-pick off dito ni Kirk, pero hindi sapat din damage with King Kong.
They were able to sustain. And now,
Hingang malalim na tayo dito.
counter-initiate from Light. He was able to bring down Brusco though. Still, at least it was something compared to nothing.
For sure, Fnatic Onic have a small lead, about 400, 500 gold. And despite all the chaos and the mayhem caused by the Sonics across the map, I think in the gold lane, I think the
Yeah, shout out to
only
Kuya
gold
Obet.
lane is RSG ahead, slightly, very slightly.
Welcome sa ating live stream. Shout out to kay Kuya
I think
Obet.
it's the presence also of Light, because King Kong's been seeing that Light's rotating up top. So Kelra really needs to play safe. Even if he's the gold standard, that's still a Hellcurt that could easily burst down Kelra once he's level 4 especially.
For sure, even if he does have like 2 dashes out of there. The
Abang-abang
flicker,
tayo dito sa
like,
ano,
counts.
sa
Look at
top
the rest of the
lane.
map. Fnatic Onic has about
We have here Light.
ahead. 3 minutes in.
Kaso alanganin to kay Brusco. Pwede lang ano, i-zone ka agad.
Because both teams are playing
And ano, tawag na harangan.
the Matilda and the Hellcurt.
Even if it's a Fanny and a Hayabusa, it's relatively slow, apart from the early first blood kill coming in from King Kong. But this is the beauty of Aqua. Look at Brusco not being able to go right after, but
Yan, salamat sa mga pumupuso sa ating live stream. Welcome sa inyong lahat.
let's see Irad.
It doesn't seem like he has a purple on him, and there was a purple aura on King Kong. As he pressed the retribution, I mean,
Kaya Biro the Turtle, magkakabakbakan na. Hinahabol si Light dito. Kurt, nakuha si Irad. Once again, Irad is down. Aqua. And Nibor nandito is also down.
And now it's hard to counter
Sakit
back to
dito,
RSG,
di
but
makapalag.
even if you have setups coming in from Aqua,
dito ang
Where's the damage coming from?
RSGPH.
Your damage dealers are the ones getting bursted down.
Yeah, it's an odd combination.
The more they tried na lumapit
Needs time to set up.
sa Fnatic Onic, the more silang napapunish dito.
1v1!
1v1, Irad and Kelra. Kaya mga habulin dito, pero Rames mo na ang members.
One dash away to evade
Ganda ng pagkakaikot din yan ni Super Prince with Matilda.
For Fnatic Onic. But again, the lantern coming in from the Zushin is really detrimental. One lantern combo can actually burst down anyone from Fnatic Onic. Apart from Brusco, maybe.
Yes, what you're just talking about. One light's in trouble.
Boom.
He crossed the threshold, man.
4v1 with light.
Analysts at the panel, Renmar and Rockard, they asked like 30-45 minutes ago in the first game, where's the out? How does Light get out of those situations? No, he doesn't.
Para sa akin, effective yung Hellcourt na room kung malalambot yung lineup ng kabila.
Only way to get out of the
Kumbaga, pwede ka mag-sneak play dun sa sa kalaban mo kung kung malalambot. Pero with the lineup dito ng may kunat King Kong takes down Nibor. Irad, corner pa, hindi na hinarangan na. Wala ka nang nakuha aray. Wala na nakuha resources, nadali ka pa. Ganda nung ginawa ni Brusco doon, hinarangan yung purple buff.
Keeping him where he needs to be. You can't choke slam or lantern flare a Grok that's charging up the power of nature because of his passive. Impressive work by Fnatic Onic PH. They maintain the pressure, the
Irad. Once again, na checkmate dito ng Fnatic Onic.
You know what? That last buff was almost his.
The resources na dapat na meron siya, yun ang pinapriority ng Fnatic Onic in terms sa kanilang rotation. Once na available yung purple buff sa side ng RSG, nandun na kaagad si Brusco and even si Super Prince para magbantay. Ganon kaipit in terms of rotation dito yung RSG.
They're still calling all the shots. It's still their game.
The map control na pinapakita ng TNC na ng Fnatic Onic is remarkable. Ang hirap sabayan ng RSG dito.
CC everything. Vision. They're ahead. They're above. Not to mention the 5.7k gold lead. And now
Irad, makakuha na ba ng pero hindi pa rin napabalik.
Managing to zone out the members of RSG. I think Irad has to let it go because 4 members of Fnatic Onic are here. He's gonna get a retribution,
Wala.
but he's not.
Wala pa rin purple buff dito si Irad.
Level 9 and King Kong miles ahead at level 12.
Ang layo.
Makes the difference. Looking at the items here. Yep, the one
Level 12 to level 9. Tatlong level.
Forget about it. It's like 2,000 gold.
Ang ahead ni King Kong against Irad.
Dominant in the early, or at least at the very at the mid game, power spike. But at this point, that's
Medyo dito, it's either
so far
mag-farm, kumuha mo ng objectives. As of now, di ba, buo pa yung mga tore kung kaya kumuha ni Irad.
Oh no! Light had to pull the trigger on the ult. He's hiding in this bush.
Aray, Light!
Dark Knight falls, but he was able to dash out. Okay, Kirk gets a primal wrath in.
Pero Kirk, ang sakit ng damage dito. Unti-unting pinipitas.
That was the slowest kill I've seen so far in MPL.
Slight sound. Again, you mentioned
Grabe, killing me, hindi killing me softly, killing me slowly. Yung ginawa doon kay Kirk. Damahin mo yung damage ko, sabi ni Kirk doon kay Light.
Look at the map. RSG is just trying their best to regain a part of it. Successful split push by Irad. Honestly,
Wala dito yung composure na hinahanap natin sa RSG.
Whenever Keller overextends, just one guiding win out, he's safe.
Kumbaga, the Raiders, kung paano silang mag-read dati. Medyo nawala yung identity ng dito ng RSGPH in terms of aggressive play na pinakita sa atin noon. Ito, Irad, slowly taking objectives.
Dash out.
Yeah,
Pero walang resources dito yung ano, RSG-PH. John Dave is following. Salamat, John Dave. Salamat sa pag-follow sa ating page. Shoutout sa'yo, John Dave.
Why did they pick up the health? It's the same thing over again.
You know what? The Hellcurt to me is just
Lord,
symbolic of what
nasa
else
top lane.
RSG needs to work on draft-wise.
In terms of ano, kaya namang depensahan to ng RSG-PH. The problem is,
The pace of the fights when they happen, right?
mukhang may-utilize ito
Earlier on, but fights kept breaking out.
ng Fnatic
Look at
Onic.
this. You have to wait till Aqua is ready to choke someone out, right?
Yeah.
You have to wait till Nibor finds a good angle for the penalty zone. Everything else happens in the blink of an eye. Lights, assassination, Irad's angles, Kusei fighting. They just don't add up, at least.
This is what you were saying.
To me.
If Brusco, if Aqua gets a stack onto Brusco, he's just gonna cast a Power of Nature.
That's it.
Anti-CC. That's it.
And if,
That's the counter.
and if the angle doesn't work out, he can flicker near a wall
Nacho-choke
or
dito.
charge in.
Honestly, a good delay for the Lord push here for Fnatic, Onic, PH. They're gonna use the Earth Shatter just to zone out the members of
Dahan-dahan,
RSG.
kayang
Make sure
dito,
to bring
pero
down into their
still,
turret with level 1 Lord.
grabe yung ano
Third
dito,
eyes
pag-hold
once again on this
ng
purple one.
Fnatic Onyx sa purple
At
buff.
this point, Fnatic
Ayaw
just
bigyan.
really extending the lead.
Si Light nasa kabila, giving ano vision na may available na purple buff doon. Pero still, ang gagawin dito ng Fnatic Onyx, walang resources para kay Irad. Walang ibibigay sa'yo kahit isa. Ganon katindi, Fnatic Onyx.
At this point, it's even hard again. Just like game number 1, you'd expect Hellcurt and Fanny to use that push.
Walang buff si Irad dito.
And get a tier 1 turret. But the problem is Fnatic Onyx, the super family, starting to extend their grasp over the map, making sure that all lanes are covered. No split pushes will be done for
Dahan-dahan, bottom lane, slow push.
Oh,
Pero si Keller dito, ganda ng penalty zone doon, pero hindi sapat. Sila pa yung napunish dito. Keller nakuha si Nibor. Kirk with Kusel, Light nakuha si Kirk. Pero si Keller pumasok sa loob. Binanatan doon ng members ng RSG-PH.
He was able to take down Light.
The sacrificial lang Kirk, pero si Keller ang bumawi.
Death fears Kelra. 2 men left to defend. RSG just has Irad and Aqua. And Fnatic Onyx.
2-man defense. Kaya ba ito ng RSG? Buy time lang, pero it's a sweep still.
In 4 weeks.
The undefeated super team o super fam Fnatic Onyx sweeps RSG-PH. Grabe. From game 1 to game 2, what a convincing play. Na-checkmate doon ang RSG. Na-checkmate si Irad with the Fanny. And still the question, why Hellcurt, why? Ayan, shoutout kay, kay Mendel. See you soon, pare. Kay Mendel B. Sereño. Ayan, kay Pinsan. Kay Insan. Shoutout sa'yo. Na-sweep dito ang Raiders. Still undefeated.
Continues. Let's give a big round of applause to Fnatic Onic. Congratulations! Brusco, sa isang interview, na-mention mo na in-expect mo itong win streak na to dahil sa tiwala mo sa mga teammates mo. So you being a new
Streak
player,
breakers,
paano mo ba
not
nabuo
today.
yung tiwala sa mga teammates mo at sa kanila para sa'yo?
Maagang natapos, RG na mamaya.
Na malakas sila. Tapos,
And season na, habol tayo ng
sa scrim, parang
ng stars.
gawa lang kami ng gawa ng play, tapos tiwala kami sa isa't isa. Kaya siguro na-adapt namin sa sa stage.
Paano mo makukuha yung confidence mo kasi nagulat ako dun sa palag. Hindi ko na-expect na ganun ka pala ka-confident. Ganito ka ba talaga?
Kung ako po yung unang tinanong niyo doon, sabihin ko sana wala akong palag eh. Kaso nagsabi sa late ng gano'n eh, kaya pinalagan ko na rin po.
Okay. Sana ikaw ulit next time. Natuwa ako sa'yo, yung confidence. And you were able to prove it. Congratulations. So proud of you. King Kong! King Kong! Alam mo, nakakatuwa kasi yung parents mo laging nandito. Front, laging nasa harap. Wala pang tao, nandun na sila. Sila kaagad. They dedicate their time to you. Now, ang susunod na laban nyo, kontra sa Falcons AP.Bren.
Nice.
Ang binoto ng ating community as star match of the week. Meron ka bang prediction na mangyayari doon? Can we get your prediction?
Yung magandang laban.
Hindi ko po alam. Parang hindi hirap i-predict eh. Malakas din po kasi yung Bren eh.
Best of 3.
2-1.
2-1 daw po, sabi ni Bruce ko. Onic.
2-1. Okay.
2-1 Onic.
Meron ka bang mensahe para sa kanila kasi inaabangan to ng ating komunidad? Star Match of the Week to. We really looking forward to both of your performances. Seeing that you're undefeated and they are the world champs, ano ang message mo sa kanila?
Sa Falcons AP.Bren, good luck sa inyo. Bibigyan namin kayo ng magandang laban.
All right. And now it's time to announce the MVP of game number 2. Can I hear some names? Ano ulit? Parang, ano ulit? Okay, unanimous to ah. Walang rehearsal to. Ano ulit? And let's take a look at the screen. Natuwa ako because first time na isang name lang ang sinisigaw ng lahat.
It's King Kong.
Alam mo, masanay ka na talaga na ikaw yung ini-interview. Sana nga mag-post ka ng mas marami pa sa social media mo kasi everyone's curious about you. The highlight is always on you. Now, what do you want to say to everybody? Kasi tinan mo, look, punong-puno ang ating venue.
Sa lahat ng mga pumunta, thank you sa pagsuporta sa amin and thank you rin sa mga RSG fans. Thank you sa lahat.
Shoutout mo naman yung family mo.
Shoutout sa family ko, kay mami, kay papa, tsaka mga kapatid ko, tsaka sa pinsan ko.
Congratulations once again. And now it's time to announce our lucky fan.
3,000.
3,000 diamonds. Wow! Excited! Hello, wag ka ba na pa? Wag ka na ba na ba?
Sana all
What's
may
your name? What's your
diamonds.
name?
Pia.
Pia! Pia, nakakatuwa ka. Kumikinang yung face mo. Puro glitter.
Nasira kasi yung makeup ko sa CR kanina.
So, nag-makeup ka bago pumunta dito?
Actually, natunaw po yung makeup ko, tapos pumunta po ako kasi po may interview daw eh.
Sino ba ang gusto mong i-impress dito?
Actually, si Kurt po, pero wag na lang.
Si Kurt?
Si Kurt, wag na
Si Kurt,
lang.
pero wag na lang.
Binawi.
Kurt, bakit buwing-wink ka na? Okay, ayan, tumabi ka sa
Natakot si
kanya.
Kurt.
Tumabi ka! Sabi niya, ano ba? Okay, ayan. Bakit si
Harap.
Kurt?
First time ko po siya kasi nakita nung nasiminana pa po siya. Tapos nandun po siya sa may baba ng bootcamp po nila, dun sa may McDonald's.
Sa baba ng bootcamp, sa may McDo. Ba't ka nandun? Inaabangan mo ba?
Ini-stock.
Hindi po, pero nagkataon lang siguro.
Okay, anong gusto mong sabihin sa kanya? At gusto mo ba sabihin kung bakit bigla kang humanga sa kanya? Yung abilidad ba niya?
Si Kurt natakot, no?
Kasi before, naging admin ako ng...
Nahihiya si Kurt.
Oh, okay. So, anong gusto mo sabihin sa kanya ngayon?
Kinilig si ate. Ang kulit.
Ano ba?
Ano ba?
Pagkakataon mo na.
Ano? Wait lang, na-speechless ako doon.
Ang kulit ni ate.
Nonchalant po siya.
Nonchalant talaga siya. Hindi, ganyan lang talaga siya. Kahit ako nagtataka nga ako kung anong iniisip niya minsan eh. Okay, anong gusto mo sabihin?
Ano po, sa bawat game at mga laban na makukuha niya at ibigay niya lang lahat ng best niya at sana maging OA na rin siya.
Sana maging OA
Nice
ka
one,
na.
ate.
Anong gusto mo sabihin sa kanya?
Thank you sa suporta. Sana patuloy niyo suportahan yung Onic.
Single ka ba? Single ka ba? Oh, single! Okay, magtabi muna kayo. Mamaya na yung usapan. Okay, nasa akin. Bigay na sa akin yung ano. Okay, now you
Lap
get to
trip.
hold each other's hand while they take a bow.
Lumayo si Kirk.
We're gonna take a bow. Lahat sila
Sabi
nag-hold
holding hands
hands.
daw eh.
Huwag mo putulin.
Lumayo.
Huwag mo putulin. Part to, ginagawa tayo to all the time. Ayan. O, ayan.
Si ate. Oh.
Magbabaw na kayo.
Sasabog si ate.
Ayan. Okay. Uy,
Isa sa kapila
kailangan na
magandang
namin
episode ng
i-analyze yung laro.
MPL.
Ayan.
Good vibes
You
talaga,
may
grabe.
now take your bow and take your walk of victory.
Congrats, ate.
Parang may more than one winner tayo tonight.
May 3,000
Ganyan
nga may
talaga ang
80,000
ganapin sa
diamonds.
MPL
May
1
holding
Lucky
hands
Fan
pa.
with 3,000 diamonds. Malay nyo kayong manalo for
Congratulations.
next matchup. Kaya make sure to always give your best and show us why you are the best fan.
Once again, this is Chessy Gaming, your authorized streamer for MPL-PH Season 14. Thank you for watching with me. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Pero stay sa live stream ha. Di pa tapos yung program. See you tomorrow.
I just want to work. I just wanted to work.
I just want to work
What was
here.
that sudden burst of wholesomeness? And Kirk single? Oh,
I did
bro.
not know that, by the way.
Bro.
Thank you for that info, Mara. I'm sure a lot of people are very happy with that. And of course, he is the MVP in game and in real life.
King Kong was a series MVP, but the MVP there is Kirk. That Edith, man, an Edith performance that really just helped shut down again what was another Hellkurt game.
Oh yeah, I really clearly remember the 1v1 that happened earlier, shutting down Light in such an easy fashion. I feel like Kirk definitely deserved that, especially in this game.
Yeah, him being able to find Light there was crucial. Light was just trying to get information, able to make plays on his own. And Kirk, again, his personality, you see it, he's low-key. But the impact in the game as well, he just makes it work. There was I think it was this sequence or the sequence later on in the game wherein there would be an entry by Brusco, but then Kirk beautifully followed it up as well with his own Earth Shatter. Oh yeah, it's that one, it's
This
that
one.
one. It's such a great layering of abilities,
Look
not
at
just
that.
his own, but understanding what his teammates want to do as well. You have the Grok fronting and again stopping every rotation that RSG wants to do. That Kirk's job is to just, hey, follow up the info that I give or follow up the set I give, continue the crowd control and continue the damage. He went Thunderbelt and Starlium Scythe. That's how you know that Edith had a really good time. If you can afford to go T-Belt first item and then even build the damage item later on.
Yeah, everything else was like a luxury item right after the
Yes,
Thunderbelt
yeah,
Starlium
exactly.
Strike, right? Just make sure you don't die. You already have a big lead. And I think that just shows you the confidence and how well Fnatic Onic Philippines actually does mesh well together. Knowing that whoever the priority target is, you don't need that much tankiness if you know that the target's going to go down in a blink of 9. That happens so many times in this exchange.
And again, as we look at the emblems, the focus of that Hellkurt was to just pick off burst. It was built with Master Assassin, just snowball from there. But then it was just stopped by, again, easy anti-Karas rush by the Grok. Stay forward because there's not much the Hellkurt can do against you. And it was even Kirk that dealt the most damage in the game as an EXP laner, as the Edith.
That ain't no joke.
Yeah, this is no joke.
Imagine he was also building tank there. And
Yeah.
he still burst out that amount of damage.
Yep, 83% kill participation, more than the gold laner in that
Huh.
Roger, more than the Roam.
Roam.
This is a very well-deserved MVP performance by Kirk with how active he was in the map.
And I think all that does contribute to just how easy it was for King Kong and Kelra to do their things.
Yeah.
Especially in the later parts of the game when they were blowing up those inhibitor turrets down on the bottom side of the map.
100%.
You saw that King Kong was going crazy. Kelra dove in
Yeah.
behind the crystal on 3 people. I mean, you can only do that if you have so much confidence with the rest of your team that already did their job that they can clean up after.
Again, one of the things that Jushin needs is someone to front for her and hold for her. The Hellkurt can front. The Hellkurt cannot hold. Because you want the Jushin to have a frontliner paired with it that can annoy, that can disrupt. The Helker can't do that as much. Let's say another pairing that we saw this Jushin used by Fnatic Onic Philippines. They went Jushin Jawhead at one point. They go Jushin Jawhead because that Jawhead can stay in the front a little bit, but then at the same time you can do that toss, do that pickup, and then the Jushin will follow while the Jawhead is still annoying. While the Helgert is like more of, I will go in, burst, see what I can do, and then get out.
Yeah, you kind of have to rely on your ability to dodge stuff.
Yes.
You can't tank, because the Hellcurt has ejector shields, right? You have a bit
The
of a
Jawhead,
shield.
the Jawhead.
As a Jawhead, sorry. The Jawhead has shields. Hellcurt does not. He just has speed and, you know, vision impairment.
Yeah. And again, tough to do when you're up against a Grok as your opposing roamer.
That's tough.
And then the mid laner, you're up against a Matilda even. So the Helgert has speed, then you have a Matilda who has that wide range of focus. It's like, remember before, where in one of the ideas up against, like when you're something up against like a Natalia, you want to pick up like a Rafaela or a Baksha because you have things around it that will either show its location or damage in an area around it.
Yeah, that's right.
With a Helgert going up against something like a Matilda, if you can't burst her down, she can easily dash in. Then you're gonna get hit by the wisps. You'll have vision on you, and then suddenly someone will just follow up.
That's right. And all that contributed to Fnatic Onic Philippines becoming still undefeated with a 6-0 match win-loss record. How about that?
And that makes the star match for this week all the more hotter. Remember, later this week, it's Fnatic Onic Philippines against Falcons AP.Bren. The only team that Falcons AP.Bren lost to is Smart Omega in their very first series of the season. And they did admit they were coming back in with a little bit of fatigue from international tournaments and a little bit of a lack of practice with the more local mindset ideals because the preparation was different for the international tournament that they came from. But now they're up against Fnatic Onic Philippines. And Falcons AP.Bren has been hot. FNOP has been hot the whole season.
It's going to be hot.
I'm excited.
So I wonder if Falcons AP.Bren has fully prepared for Fnatic Onic. Is the streak ready to be broken by none other than the world champions, by the way? We'll have to wait and see. But for right now, who's winning on Fancy Laban? The on-ground tournament that we've been having between the different fandoms of our teams here. Let's see right now. We have the Phoenix Army leading. Apparently they won earlier.
You know what? Good for the Phoenix Army, man.
Good job.
They need all the wins that they can get. Good for them.
Yeah, and again, Aurora's trying to catch up here. Kabarangay's not doing so hot as well. And the Cavaliers and the Bees, you know what? Their fandoms are actually really competitive as well.
Yeah. Phoenix Army, interesting. You know what? I should go into the waiting area.
We gotta watch that.
Yeah, go to the lobby and let's watch some Fancy Laban games.
Let's do that. Let's do that like on a TikTok separate live something, right?
And again,
Let's
if
see
you're
that.
a member of, well, any of these communities and you're from the Philippines, maybe you want to fly all the way from abroad, go to the Philippines and join
why
one
not?
game of Fancy Laban while watching MPL, why not? Message the communities of each team. They are more than happy to give you a spot as long as there is an available spot because a lot of the fans actually like not fight over it, but a lot of them throw their hats in the name, throw their name in the hat.
And they come hella early, like
Yeah.
hours before. Very.
We will be honest. There are fans that arrive way before we do.
That's right. Like
5
hours before, 4 hours before. So
Really?
yeah,
That long? I was thinking like an hour or two.
they
man.
hang out. I mean,
They
like 4 hours before the match starts.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's true.
So-
That's true. Yeah.
So honestly, if you're like that, if you're an international fan, and obviously we're in English, right? So if you're an
Yeah.
international fan, you came over, please message us. You let us know, and we'll definitely come out and meet you as well, right? So that's gonna be it for the Infinix Game Tambayan. I'm Rockhart, this is Renmar. We'll see you online. We'll see you on social media. Right now, let's throw it over to Mara Aquino. Close it out.
The first day of the halfway point did not disappoint. The Bees recorded the fastest game of the season, and the Super Family added another win to their streak. Maulan man ang panahon, pero umuulan din ang aksyon at kilig dito sa MPL Arena at siguradong mas marami pa tayong dapat mas marami pa tayong dapat abangan tungkol sa storyang yan. Muli, ako po si Mara Aquino, nagpapaalala to keep it good vibes everybody and see you tomorrow.
14th season of MPL Philippines.